Right, we're on to pages 3 and 7. 3 and 8. 3 and 8. Pages 3 and 8 of the Sweet Paris mini album. Right, so the papers I've chosen. Right, the first thing I want to do is make a pocket to go here, and this will be a 7-inch pocket, and I haven't actually got the paper ready for it yet, so I'm going to do that now. So it's 7 by 8 inches, so I've cut my paper here just a tad under 8 inches, so I've got a small border each side. Then I am going to tape it together. With, oh, that tape. Brain's gone again. It's one of these tissue tapes. So yeah, because they're not too sticky, or you could use stencil tape. Stencil tape's good. Next, I'm going to choose the pattern I want, and I think I'm going to use this, just on the edge. So let's move this out of the way quick. And of course I've got 2 pockets to do, so I've got the other pocket ready because I shall cut at each end. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Okay, so line that up. So the middle is here. So I want it up there. Yeah, I think about there. More of the tape down. Actually, that's not a lot there. It's not going to hold. So now I have to try and find the end of the tape. It's ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to find the end of the tape. What I'm going to run this through my machine. Then I'm going to do the other side up against the end of this pocket, because then I'll cut this down, because I know I don't need a great deal of it. So what I'll do is I'll do that. I just want to show you how I cut my edges of my pockets, and then I always do it the width first and then cut it down to the length however I want it. So I'll be back in a moment. Right, that bit's done. Don't forget to save the bits you cut off, because they make excellent little stoppers and bits like that, so they'll all be saved because they're useful. And what I do is I mark on the back 1, 2 and correspond those to each of the pockets, 1 and 2, so that I know which end goes on which end. Okay, so pocket number 1 I know is for the first page that I'm doing, because obviously each page is a mirror image of the other. Oh, and I finally finished the brad on page 1. What I decided to do was just do another tassel to keep it closed, and all I do is pop the first tassel through the top tassel and it's done. Right, page 3. Page 3. Okay. Oh, and I haven't mited my edges, but I have cleaned my scissors. So, just going to mitre the edges down. Take off the tape backing there, give my glue a shake, and this pocket is going to be the opening is going to be facing towards the spine, so it's going right up onto the right hand side of the page. There, the glue along the bottom. As you can tell, I'm not prepared for this page at all, so expect a few mistakes, or maybe more than a few. Right. Okay, one pocket. Next. Next, I need ribbon. Oh, car on screeching around the corner outside. Right, I need to find ribbon. Ribbon. Oh, I know what I'm going to use. I'm going to use, if I can find it, seam binding, because the colour was perfect. This is the ribbon that actually goes with the paper line, the Sweet Paris paper line, and this is the seam binding that I got at my local craft shop, Pickwell's. The colour is perfect, absolutely perfect. So, untangle these. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a waterfall here. So first of all, I have to find the right cards, because I have them all prepared and made. What I've done is I've made a separate video to show the actual construction of the pockets, because it's going to be a waterfall but with pockets. So I've done a separate video for that. And one. Nope, that's the wrong. That's the cards. One. See, they're all marked and in totally the wrong order. That one's the bottom one. 1, 3, 5. That's the top one. 1, 2, 3, ta-da, 4. Okay, so what I shall do is start with the top waterfall. So I've already done my little bit here, and this time they will be done properly. I will remember how to do them properly this time. So let me get some tape. Oh dear. So I know I bought some 1-inch tape today. So as you can see, unprepared totally for doing this today. Right, 1-inch tape. Got on a bit crooked, but it should be fine. 1. I do believe I used the 6-inch papers. I chose the 6-inch papers to decorate these pockets. Because I didn't want to waste the whole 8-inch sheet, so I used the 6x6 instead. And the last one. Okay. Right, start with the first one. You don't have to mitre the edges on this. I'll put it together in a minute. I'll get it stuck down first. And I will try not to get my head in the way, as always. Right, so these pockets are 5 inches? Yeah, they're 5 by 4. Is how they end up. Like I said, there will be a separate video for the construction of this waterfall, well, one of the pockets, and obviously you'll see how to put them together here. So it's pretty easy to figure out. That one goes there. I'm having the opening of the pockets on this side. And that one goes there. And turn these over just so that I can see how far down it's all going. Yeah, that'll be fine. So I shall carry on with that. There are 5 pockets, but you only have to construct 4 pockets unless you want to make a 5th one, of course. The 5th pocket I've had attached to the base page. Making a mess. That's so unlike me. Not. It's a lovely evening out there. I should be out walking the dog. Instead I'm here doing this. I'm sure the dog appreciates the fact that I'm here with you instead of walking him, because he really hates the hot weather. And of course, Barclay McScruffles, my dog, he's a Yorkshire Terrier, made his first appearance when I was making the Raven album. He's not in the craft room at the moment. He's off snoring somewhere else. Right. And 4th pocket. Yep, that's lined up nicely. Except for that bit there, but that's okay. Right, I don't want to put on the 5th pocket yet, because obviously I want to attach the ribbon. And I'm not decorating these yet because I want a brad here. So the ribbon will come up and be tied round a brad. So how far up do I want the ribbon? Not very far. And I think what I will do, oh, that's all. That's better. Okay. Why did I try picking it off when I had a pick to pick it off? I'm going to have this one quite far up onto there because I don't want it to come off. And if that one's that side of the pocket, I'm going to want this one this side of the pocket. And I don't know how much I'm going to need. So, for now, Da-da-da. Tape. Where's my thicker tape? So I've done it again. I've put stuff all over the place and now I can't find it. Oh, I'll have to use my thin tape. Oh, thicker tape's right there, right in front of my eyes, as usual. That's right, I'm over here just faffing about with ribbon. Okay. So, and I don't have to worry too much about the ribbon showing at the edge because there will be paper over it, obviously decorative paper. So this I am having pretty close to the edge, but obviously close enough in that the decorative paper will hide it. Getting caught up in my scissors. And what I will do is, when I go to apply the decorative papers, I will add Fabri-Tac. Do love a bit of Fabri-Tac. It's such good glue. So I don't want to take off this top bit just yet. I suppose I could. It's not going to make much difference, is it? Not really. Take off my tape backing. Add my Fabri-Tac to the back of that one. Normal glue's fine for here. And then line this one up and it should fit exactly. There we go. So the ribbon should come out of each side of the pocket very nicely. I hope I did most of that on camera. I am sorry if I didn't, but you get the gist. So, and hopefully I didn't get my head in the way, because I do have a habit of doing that. Just get the glue back on. Right. So, the only other thing that I need to do before I put all the pattern papers on and my brad is put the flap, which will be the 3-inch flap, this side, which is here. Ta-da! And that is the basic construction. And what I shall do is I shall decorate it off camera, because obviously you don't want to see me doing all the boring stuff, putting all the papers on. And you just want to see how it looks at the end. If you're anything like me, you'll sit and you've watched what I've done and think to yourself, I wouldn't have done it like that. And so my way of crafting is very much a hit and miss, quite often a miss way of doing things. There's that. I do want to add quickly as well, back to the first page, these tassels, I don't buy short tassels. I only ever buy, I don't know if I can find the pack, I can't find the pack, but they're long tassels. And I only ever buy those. Oh, my tassel's gone. I am tassel-less. If I need the packet. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, how ridiculous. I've lost all my tassels. No, is that tassels? No, that's ribbon, 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 ribbon. Anyway, I buy the long tassels and then I cut them down because they're the same price. And this way, I don't have to have all these different products everywhere. I can just say, right, that's tassels, where's my scissors if I need them shorter? Oh, isn't that silly? Lost my tassels. Anyway, I would decorate page 1, 2, 3. Decorate page 3, get the opposing page done, it's page 8, and then show you it all decorated and finished. So I'll be back in a bit. I found my tassels. So yeah, I buy them all, usually this length or long. This is the shortest I buy. If I can get them longer, I will. And when I need them a certain length, I just cut them down with a nice large sharp pair of scissors. So yeah, that's just it. If I want to use tassels, those are the ones I buy, and I get them from eBay or every crafter's favourite place, which has to be AliExpress. And if you didn't know about AliExpress before, someone should have told you. Okay, so that's the tassels. I'll be back when it's all decorated. Okay, I'm just going to construct the brads. Close my door quick. Because last time I did this, I didn't actually show it on camera. So you get your brads. This obviously hasn't been decorated yet. I've actually cut the bits I'm going to decorate with out of some of the Sweet Paris packaging. Just cut a couple of bits out so that I can decorate them. Okay, and I want them to be lifted off the paper slightly so that it's easy to tie the ribbon around it. So I turn the brad upside down, obviously, and I take an eyelet or a grommet, however you call them, and I want to put it so that this sharp edge is not going to be near the paper. This is how it's going to sit on the page, with the folded end onto the page. So I put the sharp edge, get it done this way, put the sharp edge onto the brad. Now obviously this is a big brad, so it's actually going to be really difficult to get this to stay, but I will use plenty of glue and such like. But yeah, so that then when you put this through the hole in the paper, there'll be a nice gap so your ribbon can get round easier. I don't know if you can see that very well there. So that the folded edge here is going to be touching the paper, so it's not going to cut through the paper. But yeah, so that's it. That's just how I make the brads that have to have ribbon tied round. And that's just an easy way of doing it. Right, the page is finished. Oh, get my tape dispenser. My tape dispenser. Isn't it the cutest? Motorbike coming down the street. Oh, that was loud. Yeah, I got this from, I think it was the range. It was the cutest little thing. I had to have it. It is the most useless tape dispenser ever invented, but it looks good, so it stays. Anyway, got page 3 finished, sort of. I haven't cut down my ribbon yet. So, and I've put in a little belly band here and a stopper, which is why you should always save these little cut bits, because they're just so useful for stoppers. So this opens up. It has a magnet here to hold it down, and there's a nice big deep pocket. This I have to cut down the ribbon. Opens up, and what I haven't actually finished is these bits. I haven't matted these. The reason being, I ordered some card, and it's supposed to be olive sage green. It's not. This is olive sage green. This is definitely more of a forest green. It doesn't match in, so I won't be having them on there, and I have to scout around and see if I can find something more appropriate. Anyway, so there it is, and of course each of these is a little pocket. All of these, 2, 3, 4, and then this one is actually attached to the page, like that. So there it is, page 3 all done. Of course you can just get it the right way. You can just hook it round. You don't need much ribbon then, and put that away, and then just leave it, which I probably will do, and cut them off about here, I think. Scissors. Let's do that. There we go. Oh, done. Okay, so yeah, page 3, and I should do the corresponding page 8 because I haven't yet done it, but that's page 3 all complete. It looks more complicated than it is. It's actually quite an easy page to do, so I'm really pleased with how that turned out. And I won't be recording this weekend, so there won't be anything for about a week or so, because I have a very busy weekend. And I have lots of animals to look after because my daughter has decided that she's having a visit to Nottingham to visit her other half's family. So, have a nice time, Beth. Not that she ever watches her mother's videos. Ever. So, that's it. Page 3 done. On to page 4, but later on in the week. Bye for now.